Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Xero here. So before we continue today's episode, yes, I am still sick. Yes, it has been a long week. I haven't had much game time in, so I'm just playing catch up with the boys right now. So I'm over doing a quick trench run. Thought I'd show you the proper way to do a trench run. Over with Muntage. So he's on the Wyvern. I'm just gonna pull the Giga out real quick. So pretty much while I've been away, the boys have done a lot of work. They've built up the base, expanded the turret towers out, all the things that you've probably already seen over on Muntage's channel or Six's channel. So me, I've come back to a Gucci looking base, loving life. However, I'm a little behind on the tames that we need to do raiding and things like that, since we're sitting pretty comfortable at the moment. So what I want to be doing this episode is I want to be first of all showing you how to do a proper trench run without turrets. I want to be touching on the greenhouse because for some reason I've been getting a lot of messages on the greenhouse that people want to see it, and hey, I don't want to upset the people, so I'll show you the greenhouse. And then I want to be doing some hatching, some basic stuff, some base bitching, because the last thing I want to do is, you know, have a week off and then first thing I do when I come back is start raiding and using resource. I'm not like that. I'd rather pull my weight first and then go and have some fun. So that's pretty much what's going to consist of this episode. Alright, how we doing, guys? So now that we've finally got gigas onto the server, now transfers are open, we don't have to be wasting that ARB ammo or anything like that. We got the giga over here. So the way this works is essentially it's exactly the same. You have one person go down, get the egg. You pull all the wyverns to one location, and then you just pull them over the giga's head. The giga trump kills them in like 2 hits and auto loots, so it's so much more efficient, so much quicker. Just make sure that you've got a gas mask on your giga. For this particular run I didn't, so I was a little bit cautious for the poisons, because I was afraid they were going to one-tap me with the bomb. But it didn't end up ending that way, so that's alright. So there you have it. Easy trench run. Muntage can go get a second egg and pull the second part of the trench now. But I'm not going to show that because that's just the same crap. You know how it is. So easy talons, boys. That is how you're supposed to do a trench run. Alright, now the trench run's done, I'm going to cut back to some older footage when I was constructing the greenhouse. So why we needed the greenhouse so soon? Well, it wasn't because of the cakes or the raiding and everything else. It was actually because we wanted to sort out an element situation that would, so we didn't have to run continual boss fights. Now we got the offer to trade for some element gachas. So what we thought is, at the moment, when there's only 2 of us on, we can just continually run alley gachas. But we need probably plant Y. That's the most efficient way of doing it. Now over on official, I was actually using seeds to run alley gachas, because with the iguanodon you can do like a slot cap of seeds, and it does like, without exaggeration, like 50 slot caps of seeds, and then you use them. But conveniently, with all the mods and everything like that, we can just use plant Y, because you don't actually have to retrieve the plant Y from the crop plots, because that's the most strenuous part of it, right? You can just transfer tool it straight to the gachas. So we wanted to get the greenhouse up ASAP, and start producing that plant Y. While I was doing the plant Y, I figure I might as well set up the greenhouse to run everything else, because on this map, like, the last thing you want to be doing is going for berries all the time and things like that, especially when you're mass breeding. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing 2 stories to the greenhouse. The bottom story is going to be all my vegetables, all my berries, and a lot of tintos for like med brews and stuff like that. The top story is going to be entirely plant Y and plant Z. So that's the plan. Then we're going to add another layer of turrets to the greenhouse just to cover the top of it. Then we're going to add sky towers, obviously. So this is me doing the same build. The only reason I'm using half walls is really just for the aesthetics. I kind of like them. Other than that, there's no real purpose for it. You'll see what I do. I kind of get my whenever I build a greenhouse, for some reason I get like kind of RP. Like, I don't RP on anything, but with a greenhouse I want it looking good, because there's something about a garden, brother, that you've just got to look after. I don't know, it's probably just me, but whatever. I like my gardens. I mean, it might have something to do with how long they take to set up. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seeded and fertilized on official, like, gardens like this. It's literally a full-time job. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. With the introduction of snow owls, it's like a little bit easier. But, it's, yeah. Even this was cancer to seed. So cancer. And I did it by myself. No, I lied. I think Muntage did like a couple of rows for me. So it kind of helped me out. But for the most part, I did it alone. And it was cancer. And I definitely want to throw in there that chill did not help a single bit. Because that's chill. That's chill. Why would he do a greenhouse? Anyway, back to it. This is the greenhouse complete. So I've done access from the bottom floor and the top floor. As you can see, the bottom floor is all my normal crops. I've got an army of gardeners. Just because we need so many slots of plant Y readily available. So if you decide to raid us, expect plant Y. On the bottom story, we got some fridges, we got some beehives just over on the other side, and a bed. Upstairs is all plant Y, as you can see. Now, in the middle row, I realized after I did the bottom that I didn't do stimberries and things like that. Unfortunately, we need stimberries for cakes, so I added a few of those in. I've added 4 cookers, which very nicely sit kind of clipped into the large crop plots, and that pretty much concludes it. I added a beautiful viewing screen, which is probably the most important part of this entire build. Look at this. You can see everything from here. If there's a sandstorm, brother, I come here to chill, and I can see clearly. This is what I love about this greenhouse. If you do need to get to the roof just to refill turrets manually or something like that, here it is. Here are the sky towers, in which chill did not help with again. I'm not salty. I'm not salty, guys. It's just cancer. They're all cancer tasks. So there you go, guys. That's the greenhouse. I don't know why everyone had a fascination and wanted to see it, because I feel like it's not really anything special. But demand of the people, you know what I mean? So there you have it. There you have it. Immaculate, beautiful, grows crops. Yeah. Anyway, last thing on today's agenda, eggs. Alright, so I don't have that many eggs because I'm not going to do like a mass hatch video where I'm doing like 20 of everything. But for principle's sake, I'm doing trikes, I'm doing stegos, and I'm doing tapes. Now, this is because trikes are obviously your main soakers for tech turrets nowadays. I mean, they can be your main soakers for heavies as well if you're in a good position. But for the most part, tech turrets. So I wanted to get a few of them going. Now, I don't know what our stats are at the moment, actually. Let's have a look. 3.9. What's that? 3.9. 405. I think that's like 39 points. 39 or 40 points in health, which is not too bad at all. It's a good starting point. I don't know where the boys actually got these eggs. I know they were trading and things like that, so I'm not entirely sure. But hell, I'm not complaining. I need tracks. So I'm just going to label all them, move them to the side. Now that they're moved, let's have a look at these. Get these tapes going. Now the reason I want some tapes, I think Chill actually tamed some pretty high levels while he was still playing with us. And by high levels I mean good HP and good weight. Now the reason I want them is because element's so easy with the alley gachas that we're always going to have a huge stockpile of element. Now if anyone fobs up and raids us, if you're on a tech tape, it just counters so many different things. Like, they're just so good at so many things. They're so versatile. So I want to get a few of them mainly for defense, not offense. So I don't really need that many of them. The stats are pretty trash on that one. 33, I'm pretty sure that's trash. 26, that's even worse. Wrong one. 33. So I don't think I actually got any of the good stats, believe it or not. So I'll probably be hatching another batch of these. But for the meantime, we'll name these, move them to the side, just so I can get them growing. Babies are so easy, especially with the nanny, because you don't even need to feed them in baby stage anymore. So it's pretty cruisy. So I'm happy to keep trash because, hell, I don't actually need to do anything, you know? So... And last but not least, the stegos. Now, I don't actually know what I'm going to be using stegos for, because we've got so many rock golems, and we're going to be using the tracks to soak tech. Like, occasionally it might be tech. I think it's just very situational. So, I'll pop these and see what stats we got. Because again, oh damn, these look cool, man. They look like mini Transformers. Yeah, I really like all the tech looking stuff. Like, I'm glad they added it to the game. Alright, let's have a look at stats. 8.2, 6.1 trash, 8.2, 6.7, 8.2. 8.2 is a hell of a good stat for such a young server. I'm actually surprised we have them, to be honest. It's a shame the cool looking one has to die. And, well, this ugly one, but I don't care about that one. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. The episodes, like I said, it's been housekeeping, it's been catching up. Thanks for tuning in. Even though I am still sick as a dog, I appreciate you listening. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you know the drill. Alright guys, until next time, peace.